Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your reading. Today is a new day. Let's open our arms, open our palms to receiving whatever's meant to come into our lives. Let's let go of what's not. It's the end of the month. This is a time where we can symbolically let go and just invite new energy into our space. I'm going to use the Power of Surrender Oracle card deck to kickstart this reading since it is the end of the month. So, March 31st. What guidance, support, words of advice, surrender prompts do you have for our beautiful collective here? Anyone who has taken the time to tune in, thank you so much for being here once again. I invite you to subscribe to the channel. We have surrender to play, surrender your attachment to results, and surrender your belief in scarcity. These were the cards that came through. So let's take a look. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks from your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So we have a little bit of a theme here present in these three cards. This was also a theme that came up over the course of this week where many here, there's not many of us, it's a small circle here to start with. And I so appreciate you being here, but I sense that a lot of you who are guided to my readings have this innate purpose. You have this strong desire that maybe you don't even know if it's yours. It feels like a higher calling, like it's something beyond you, like a higher self or even God who wants to work its will within you. You have some type of purpose or gift to share with the world. But there is fear here. There's fear of, will this succeed? Will it be worth it? Will it be worth the time, the energy? Will it be worth maybe my resources? Will it be worth the sacrifice? Will it be worth it? And we're at a very, very unique time in history, I feel, where we don't have a lot of the answers. I feel like there's cycles. There's times astrologically where we can kind of feel or sense more, or there's more answers. For now, I feel like a lot of the collective is working with internal guides, internal maps, but we can't yet see too far out into the future. So this is a very unique time because of the fact that we can't really see that far ahead, or we don't know what to expect. We may fear the unknown. We may fear trying. We may fear failure because there's not a given yes. When we feel like there's a definitive yes, of course, it's so much easier to go after that path and go after that calling. This is a time where we have to just work with those inner guide systems, work with the inner maps within that are just leading us to the next clue or to the next point or to the next decision. That's all we have to work with, and we can just surrender the rest. Allow ourselves to play with it. Allow ourselves to have fun with this energy. If you truly have a life purpose, that life purpose shouldn't be stifled by outside validation. It shouldn't be stifled by how much money you earn or don't earn, or how much approval you get or not get. A life purpose is something you want to show up for, whether there's one person in your corner or 1 million people in your corner. It's something that lights you up inside. It's something that even if you take a break from it, your heart is always there. You want to go back to it. Okay, that to me is purpose. And there's times when we're following our purpose where we're tested. We are tested. Our strength is tested. Our commitment to it is tested. Those are the times where we don't want to give up. Those are the times where we don't want to give up. And trust me, I've been there. I've given up. And I've given up when times were good, and I've given up when times were challenging. I've given up on both ends of the spectrum. And giving up is never the answer. So this is an energy, this is some advice, some guidance coming in to support you, to support your path, to support this direction that you're on, to support you in the unknown, navigating the unknown ahead of you, but not quitting and not allowing yourself to succumb to fear of the unknown, fear of failure in and of itself. Because one thing I've also learned from quitting, and one thing I've also learned from having peaks of success, is overthinking it, getting into the mentality of what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong. That just derails you, that takes you off purpose, that gets you in a lower vibration. You can literally rise above. I'm seeing an eagle rising, and you kind of just surf and coast above all the mundane BS of it all. And one thing what I was going to mention before is having failed in this lifetime, having even peaks of success in this lifetime at my age, I was able to learn lessons from both sides of the spectrum. We're able to learn from both failure and success. So don't fear either or. Some people even have a fear of success, of making it too big. Then you feel like you have this great responsibility or burden on your shoulders. It's psychological. Let's just surrender to play and focus on purpose in the meantime. So let's get into the tarot portion. I'm not sure if I want to use this deck. You know what? I'm going to use another deck, okay? So for today, I'm going to just go in and clarify these oracles. So surrender to play. Let's go in with a tarot card. We got Knight of Swords. So surrender to play and Knight of Swords. This is just being, like acting. Knight of Swords is related to the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I'm getting mostly Gemini energy, where it's like, try. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out is the energy I'm getting. Surrender to the playful parts of it, not getting too attached, being flexible, being mutable. Because technically the Knight of Swords is ruled by Gemini of all the air signs. So being flexible, being mutable, being adaptable, being open to change, being open to, okay, maybe this doesn't work out, so I'll try this. But at least trying, at least getting out there, or, doing something that you think is meaningful. Okay. The Knight of Swords can also talk about making space for something that is fun. Okay, now sometimes the Knight of Swords is like fast communication, or some type of message is brought to you. So it could be like this urgency to act. Okay, so if you have this urgency to act, to take on a project, I suggest you do it and add that play element to it. Let's look at surrender your attachment to results. We got the Four of Pentacles. So wonderful validation, where some of us are just too tied or too invested in what's the outcome going to be? What's the long-term investment? Too much in our head or too much in the material realm. We want to have a little bit of both. I mean, being like this has a purpose. being very logistical and wanting to plan your 10 steps ahead, your 10 moves ahead. But the truth is, we only have today. We only have today. So if today was your last day on this universe, how do you want to spend your time? Who do you want to spend this time with? What do you want to be doing? Okay? We love to future project. We love to think very long term, and I always hold a space for that. That's also important. That's why we have this beautiful mind where we're able to kind of go there into the future. But at the same time, what are we doing right here, right now? When are we going to fully start living? Now. Not in yesterday, not in tomorrow, but now. What would satisfy you today? What would you like to be doing today? What is going to bring you joy today? What is going to fill you with inspiration today? Creativity today? All the high vibing energies. What's going to fill you with love today? How can you share that with others if it's on a small scale or a large scale? What can you be doing today instead of being so attached to, is this going to work out? Is this worth my time? If it's not worth my time, why do I even bother? Well, there has to be something deeper. It has to be that spirit flowing through you. That is the burning desires, where all the outside circumstances can look like the odds are against you, but you have this light within you. That is the light. That is the only real thing that we really truly have. Because the outside validation, it comes and it goes. It can be built over time, but it's what drives you from within that's going to keep you going, keep that creativity, those juices flowing in the long term. So let's look at surrender your belief in scarcity. Okay, let me do another shuffle, although I did see that Six of Wands peek through, and that's always a good omen. A good omen that, I don't know, what are you fearing? The universe always takes care of theirs. We are all going to be supported in the way we are meant to. In divine timing, sometimes we do have to face the tests. Where our commitment is tested, our loyalty is tested. Okay, but we need to surrender our beliefs in scarcity or, poverty mindset, consciousness. We can do that this end of month. Make the way for April to, open our palms, invite new energy in, invite the blessings in. They don't have to come all at once. It's not about winning the lottery. It's not about, becoming an overnight success. Surrender your beliefs in scarcity. Let's look at the clarity here or additional insights here. Okay. 10 of Cups. It's like a given. It's a given that if you follow your divine path, the Chariot, this is about ambition, this is about deciding, this is about going for it, this is about following that heart. Even if you don't have all the answers, even if you're going into new territory, new waters, traversing new land, so to speak, you don't know what to expect, but there is this guiding light, and it's almost like the stars are guiding you, or it's this light within you, this heart space could be guiding you. I'm feeling that light up. I'm feeling the gut, the solar plexus. And so you're following the path. At some point, this is going to be inevitable. The 10 of Cups, you finding your success, or you finding your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but you got to follow the rainbow. Even if it seems, unrealistic, too good to be true, or maybe right now the rainbow is that inspiration. It's the inspiration, but you could be questioning it. You could be doubting it. Like, no, this is not for me, or good things don't happen to me, or whenever I follow my heart, it always misleads me. What if this time it's leading you down the right path? I want to read this again. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Look at the clarity that came through with that. It's beyond financial. It's emotional harmony, stability, spiritual wealth, like feeling abundant, feeling taken care of, feeling supported, feeling like you're exactly where you need to be. So I've been enjoying this deck. I believe it's called The Soul's Journey. I shared with you guys on the other day where I have so many decks and I keep wanting to buy more and I'm not using the ones I have. So we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. There could be something where, you know what, you could be very empathic with yourself at this time, where you understand where you're coming from. You understand your fears. Some of your fears in the present moment, they could be valid. It's like, I got bills to pay. I got a family to feed. This dream is just not tangible. So then you can empathize with yourself and say, you know what? I understand you, self. I understand your worries. I understand your concerns. But what about if I try anyways? What about if I moonlight? There's something called moonlighting where, you know, maybe you have your stable 9 to 5 and then you're working on this project on the low or, you know, on your spare time. And then some people work best just going all in, especially if you have fire. You know, with my Sag moon, I'm like all in or nothing. But that doesn't work for everyone. If you're very practical, you know, I do also have a lot of earth in my chart. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, you may want to take the practical route, and that's okay too. Figure it out. You'll find a way. And it's okay to empathize with yourself at this time and say, you know what, I understand why I'm feeling fear and worry. But then let's look at the flip side. If I don't follow this path, I'll never know if I can make it there. You know, and I'll always wonder, what if I had tried? Would it have worked out? You can find your answer by living it and attempting and showing up every day to this purpose or this situation or this love. You know, if it's a love situation, the same applies. Another soul journey card. Courage, exactly. It takes courage. It takes courage. It takes guts. Okay, and this affirmation is, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I mean, I just got chills here. It's talking about the fears we're working through right here. And the fears don't necessarily go away, but we have to have the courage to face them, look it dead in the eye, and say, you know what, I'm going to show up anyways. I can feel fear, and I can still show up. And let me just take it one moment at a time, one day at a time. Let me just try. Okay? This could be related to anything in your life. Okay? So apply it as it applies. If you're scared and not open to love because you've been hurt in the past, this could be love related. This could be career, like a new career direction related. It could be something to do with the family. You make it apply. I'm seeing purpose. But, you know, that's just me. That's my Sag, you know, moon and Sag nature. But it could be anything under the sun. So finding the courage, you have the strength. You know, do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because in the grand scheme of things, life is really short, you know. So doing the things on a daily that really enrich you, enrich your soul, make you happy, make you feel held, supported, make you feel like you may be supporting others in a way. It doesn't have to be in the traditional sense of supporting others, but you could just extend a smile or a kind gesture, make somebody else's day. Be in the vibration of happiness and it'll start to expand. So this is what I have for us March 31st. Thank you so much for being here. I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with more readings. Take care.